everyone, Dandelion Princess here. I'm here with Master Ventus 100, and it is finally time to watch Full Moon. I'm so excited and nervous for this episode. I don't know, there's gonna be a lot going on in it. I think I really wearing my Stolas and Blitz shirt, my Stolas necklace. I'm like trying to create some good vibes. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel good about it. But yeah, so we are ready.
Warning, this is not for kids. Go away.
Exactly.
I saw that video from the con.
Yes.
Okay, we're starting off strong.
The butterflies in my stomach I haven't felt this nervous since I was a little fluffy
He's just
down
like,
nesting. My
it's full moon day.
is half
I must throw it.
Behind the smile my beak is grinding, never minding. I swore I wouldn't dwell on the divorce for my own health.
Also, this man literally just woke up. And he's just like, I'm singing.
I know that it won't feel so tough. I'll believe him and not the voice that says I'm not enough. No need for an arrangement. It can just be him and me. I'll set us free. How perfect it could be.
For those of you who don't know, we did see this duet from the con, so.
Alright, here we go.
See him tonight? All right.
All right.
It's been a while since he begged for attention. Are we okay? Can't really say. I'm getting by avoiding his questions. So complicated. I hate when it's complicated. Why do I always end up in situations that are complicated? Here I go again, getting in my head. So I'll focus on the sexy stuff instead.
When I see him,
Brandon thinks he's Lynn over here.
No need to change things. I'll just bring the rope and spice. We've got a nice arrangement.
Oh yeah, Stolas is out of his pills. Oh
Fine, we'll keep it light.
Luna's like, never mind.
If this goes bad when I see him tonight.
Get out the fridge!
Am I doing something I can't take back? What do you want me if he
Can you imagine Mia just comes down?
He's
She's
only
like,
here as a prisoner. What kind of
what are you
monster
doing?
does that make me? My entire
Okay,
life's
this
been
part of the
written
song
in
goes
stone.
hard, though.
He taught me that I could choose. He deserves the choice to stay or go, though it scares me to think what I'd lose.
Can't wait to lose ourselves in nasty sex and make that bird squawk.
Really must convert.
Oh god.
The back and forth in this, though.
Oh, this is the worst. Waiting for the shoe to drop.
Who needs words when you got a mouth full of?
Come to your senses.
Then I'll do that thing with my tongue.
Worthy of your love and trust.
I'll leave his bird was nice and rough.
Also, Blitz is so delusional. Like, I feel so bad for him right now. He doesn't know how off limits Stolas is right now.
Will it be tender or be tough? Will it please him or will I just be fucking it all up? Can this be a relationship or am I still naive? I'll set us free. Whatever it may be, when I see him tonight.
Ugh. Okay.
Good transition.
Yes.
My baby! Someone save my baby!
Oh no. Human world stuff always is whacked.
Glass doesn't break.
Why is the human world stuff so much more whacked than the hell stuff? I want to know.
Oh, thank you! How can I
Because it's all on Earth. Should I get the memo?
Indeed, ma'am. I was just in the right place at the right time.
Ye-
Yeah, I figured it was the cherub.
Did you have to hug him so hard? I'm at underwear level, you know. And that guy clearly hadn't showered today.
Oh, stop complaining. I had to sell it, didn't I? How'd we do, Cletus?
Not great. Let's set up for another run. I don't know, Cletus. Doesn't this all seem a little sinful?
See, Colin is just the best one. Okay?
We just provided that man with an opportunity to be selfless and heroic.
After that performance, he's sure to get into heaven. We just saved a soul.
Is that how it works?
Don't you
No.
think eternal salvation is worth $20 and a Quiznos sponge card?
I guess it's just.
You want to eat, don't you? Want to live long enough to save more souls and earn our way back into heaven?
Of course. I just.
Oh.
Quiet your incessant whinging and get back under that coat. We have to. Wow.
Yeah, get got.
What?
Does Dork just like hang alleys? This is the second time this happened.
Hell spawn.
But I'm just.
I don't know, I guess they just are like, that's where the action is.
Bullshit. You know you're working for that demon filth.
Where's your boss?
What boss?
This guy.
Oh no.
You know that? Peanut Head?
So that's his name.
You know,
That's-
I think maybe
That's
we can
right, they
help
don't
each
even know
other
their
out
names.
Hey. There, Mox. Pro as usual. Millie, beautiful bloody mess in there. Fuck. What a great fucking day this is.
Oh my god.
In good spirits today, sir. It's rare to see you wear something not bad.
Well, it's the first of all, fuck you. It's the full moon. I gotta meet up with Stolas tonight. Felt like dressing up a little since it's been a few months since I've been inside of his feathered ass.
A few months?
Yeah, the birds started giving me more ways out of our monthly fuck sesh. She'd be all
Okay.
like, "Oh, Blitzø, I know it's the full moon tonight, but you don't have to come if you don't want to, Blitzø." So I've just been taking breaks from having to plow his feathered ass into his fancy ass mattress.
TMI, sir.
Point being, tonight I feel like I could use
Why
a little
was the
fuckery.
Stolas
It's been a good
impression
day,
actually
feeling like
good,
my
though?
stamina's up.
I was about
And I'm
to say.
horny.
Oh shit, he's getting bored of you.
What?
Yeah, man. If someone wants to see you less and less, big red
speaks.
flag. If they give you chances to ditch, they probably want out themselves. Just want to be more
Eek.
passive aggressive about it.
Eek. Luna.
How do you know, Luna?
It's
I do that all the time.
Well, tits.
epic. Epic.
Guess I finally got to do position 37 tonight. Don't worry though, this book ain't going nowhere. If I have anything to
Do you
find out,
number them?
I'll ditch him so good he'll let us keep this thing another year easy.
I hope so, sir. Business has actually hit a peak, and it would be disastrous.
Plot
to lose
twist.
what we work
Plot
for
twist. He
now.
has it number. He has it
Don't worry,
alphabetized.
Mox. By the end of the night, I'll have
Like
Stolas
my
eating out of my
shirt.
ass. If the
It's a whole
gaggle
schedule.
Stop!
Okay, grow up, Mox. It's what adults do. We're horny.
Oh god, but
Fuck me, Moxie. We've used like all the
Great.
shit in this box. If Stolas is bored after this, I need to
what
talk to Andy.
I don't what
Moxie, I need you to
Of
hold
course
on.
he has
Get some
one.
overdue
Of course he
paperwork
has one.
Overdue paperwork.
I mean he got a little bit of everything, you know? You gotta keep it. Just give it to Moxie. He can't even spell Moxie right.
Looking for demons.
We just want to get back into.
We're exorcists, the flaming swords of the heavens, here to strike them down with fiery vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We lay in wait for them to return to Earth, so we might smite them once and for all.
Guys talking about. Ow!
Colin, get out of this system, okay? Whatever's happening,
Have to wait.
Come
just
with
go,
us.
okay? You will save yourself. Oh no.
Hello?
Yeah.
Since their assault on Compound X, our government has quadrupled our funding and allowed us unfettered access to the most bleeding-edge military advancements.
I was just gonna make a joke about the cloning. My god.
Suits, camouflage exoskeletons, and a battalion of highly trained
Was that-
combat priests. Also, we could finally.
You know what? I'm not gonna question it.
Yeah. What I
What is it?
Our ticket to the other side.
An extra-dimensional portal generator. This bad
They
boy
did.
will allow us to open a door straight into hell,
made a
where we
freaking
plan on
portal.
eliminating the demonic threat before they
look
can
at it makes
punish
the
this great country.
yeah.
Well,
That effect
she
was
worked out all the
epic
kinks,
though.
yeah.
Thanks.
So far, we've only been able to open the portal about 2 feet in diameter. Hardly big enough to fit a child through.
And we can't very well send children. But after last time.
Oh my god.
Those goddamn American heroes.
What was that?
I'm not even sure that was hell we sent them to. Point is, we could use someone or someones with more experience. How about it, little guys? Wanna help us hunt some demon scum?
No. I'm serious, Colin. Leave while you still can.
This Cletus reminds me of a mix between Ed and Ed, the bait from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, kinda. Ooh. Of course, Colin would be in the Moxie one. Look, they're
That just looked like a Game Boy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's so messed up. They're like, no, Luna, you stay, because Luna always stays. That's... Where are you?
Welcome, little one. What can I interest you in today?
I'm looking for a snazzy candle. One that screams sexy. You got anything that'll get anyone in the mood, buddy?
Bet you're in the lust ring. Everything here has sexy energy. But what kind of mood are you aiming for?
Just horny, very, very horny. Max horny.
What's the mood?
I don't know. I'm a simple pervert imp. I just need something fucky.
Oh no.
Oh, there he is.
Let's take him.
Hold on.
That just looks like a freaking Pokedex.
Wasn't alone before. I say we follow him for a bit. Make sure he's by himself.
Cletus, if we don't do this, we're never getting back into heaven.
Which is why we have to make sure this goes smoothly. We have only one shot. It has to be perfect.
The side, it's just boobs.
But he's tall as shit.
I didn't even register with me.
Ooh, that is fancy.
Hey.
All right, I'm into it.
Sweet heavens, what kind of story is this?
This guy truly is a sicko.
Poor Colin, he's so innocent. He's like,
Hello, fellow vile hell beast. We are on a totally normal demon day. Just out looking to get
Blitz.
some good tormenting in. We need some good
Please. Please.
torture supplies.
I need your one brain cell to be firing on all cylinders tonight, okay? I really do.
Oh, just your standard pain.
As long as it doesn't hurt
Sadly,
too
there's only
much.
one cylinder that's
Do
firing.
you have any harshly worded bumper stickers?
Or something for a mild spanking?
We got you locked in the crabs. Your
I swear to God.
unsettled wooden leather titanium.
Hmm?
What do you That's exactly what we're looking for. What was that other horrid house spawn looking at? Oh, just some of those.
Yeah, Blitz.
I just read the other one. It said "Step on me." My God.
Innocent earthly soul in some sick barbaric fashion. We have to stop him.
Not yet. We have to wait for our moment.
Hey,
Thanks for doing me this solid, Fizz. I gotta get the good shit for tonight, and I know you and Oz make the best toys in town.
Fizz is in this episode.
We have some new prototypes that I think will get the job done for a fancy gentleman.
Oh my God. That D-pad was having way too much fun.
Fizz,
We have got these new beads.
I'm concerned.
They're made of real obsidian.
Oh, that's beautiful. But
Obsidian?
Stolas never really seemed into the beads.
Alrighty, not into the beads. I get it. Fancier then. We have some stylish blindfolds. Our new collection has encrusted jewels.
Oh shit, those are nice.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling really frisky,
Okay.
we have the new Dragon Driller 5000. Now
This is
with
what it was.
vibration.
The trailer.
There we go. That's his speed. I will take that.
Yo, what is Stolas
Heavens,
on? Okay?
What is this place? It's so heavily guarded.
Armory? War room?
Somehow I'm still so innocent.
Stealth is our greatest advantage here.
Oh, darling, look. Voyeurs.
Fair enough.
Positively adorable,
darling. I think he's coming in. Oh, God, what's that?
Dear God.
He's gonna use this on an innocent person! We have to stop him now!
Okay, guys, it's time. Now's our moment.
Also,
remember everything that horny little
also in this
bitch
chaos,
does
can we appreciate like Blitz and Fizz like
for the humans,
being legit friends again?
and most of all for us.
Yeah.
Let's go kick some ass. Let's fuck 'em up.
Oh, here we go.
What? How did you know?
They were tracking them the
Find
whole.
ya? We were already following our dumbass boss to make sure he doesn't fuck up and lose our meal ticket.
Oh,
And you weren't
Right.
exactly covert.
look at this
You got a lot
light
of nerve
though.
coming to our
The
neighborhood
colors.
after the ass kicking you took last time.
A lot of nerve and a lot of upgrades. Much.
No.
No, you don't, bitch.
Thank you. Luna for the what did she...
Wake up, asshole.
Blitz was... I just can't. I just can't. Gosh, I love whenever...
Good move.
Sorry, hun. You can play as me, but that don't mean you're anywhere close.
Oh no. God, ooh, oh.
Not the thigh.
Get a mug, save your girl.
Welcome to hell, bitch!
Oh no.
Oh.
He tried. Oh, fighting in the air. Let's go. I love whenever they're in the lustering though. Like, why is it so pretty? Oh, it hurt Luna.
That's a good idea.
That was smart. What? Also, what is this new effect she has when she transforms? That's epic. What was? Okay. What did that?
A big blowout session, I think. Or blowout sale, that's what it was.
Blow shot. It was like I don't want it anymore. Thank you, Luna. Thank you. Yeah, try again.
Oh, how'd it go?
It is interesting because there's a lot more in this episode than I originally thought there would be. Because, you know, it's like, it really does show that Brandon was true of like, yeah, y'all are not even close to the mark.
Yeah, like what's in what episode, because a lot of people, I think, thought that certain things in this were not from it, like the Fizz stuff. Like, some people were like, okay, maybe Fizz is in this episode, and then people are like, no, probably be too much. This episode is going insanely fast. Like, I don't even know, man. I like, though, that they found a way to include, like, all the characters so far, basically, because sometimes that is not always the case, you know, and it's like they have a centric thing. Some people might say it hurts the episode because it's like, oh, there's too much jumping around, too many characters, too much going on, but, like, I kind of like it once in a while when it's like, okay, here's just the whole cast, you know, we're just gonna put the whole cast in.
Yeah, I mean, I just never really feel that in a lot of, it's like, sure, it's warranted in some, but in something like this, it's like if you were just to have the small titular cast, then it just, again, the problem of a lot of shows that do that end up feeling a little empty. Like, that was the whole issue with a lot of people of, oh, well, short that came out, it was just Sally Mae and Millie and just an occasional one or two people, but the whole city just felt empty. So here it's like, here's Blitz going here to talk to this person. Here's Blitz doing this with Fizzarali and having the rest of IMP follow him for their own reason. It's like the world has its own things going on, and people are independent.
Yeah.
So,
and it's like the characters are not always going to be around each other, but they're also like, it just feels very like natural, because it's like, okay, maybe at this time these characters are like doing something else, they're busy, whatever, so it's focusing on just this. But other times it's like, okay, everyone's just kind of, so it's like I like it, and it's like, I never really care what characters the episodes focus on, because I just kind of like them all, and it's like there's things that I like about all of it regardless. But yeah, I don't know, there's something about it when they do a bigger scale thing with the characters. Here we go, man.
Oh, this is where it's hurt.
Stolas, I pray for thee.
Heidi ha hoo ha, Stolas. Guess what I got for us? I got lots of fun shit for us to play with tonight.
Oh my god.
Like this extra large candle that smells like horny. I got whatever this little guy is.
But I'm sure there's someplace in your cloaca we can stick it.
Said it.
And
what
look at this bad boy.
Stolas ain't having it.
Do you? Do you have my book, Blitz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
it's
focus
right
on the
I always
book,
bring it. Why
Stolas.
do you?
I need it back. Permanently.
No. Hold on, Stolas.
Stolas?
Come on. Is this because I've taken up skipping a few rounds with you in bed because I'm busy? That ain't fair. All right, I can still hold up my end of the bargain. All right, let me show you a good time tonight. You know I can.
Please don't say it like that, Blitz.
Come on, bitch. You know I don't disappoint.
No. There's
He
no
thought
need.
about it.
I've made up my mind.
Stolas, please. I need this book.
Stolas.
Please. I need this book, Stolas. I will do anything.
This is an Asmodean crystal. It's registered in your name.
What?
Asmodeus has his demons legally travel to Earth for work all the time. I made the case for you to own one. You will be technically under his jurisdiction, but you will be able to go anywhere you want in the human realm without fear of consequence. Without breaking demon law. You no longer need my grimoire.
What?
You no longer have any obligation to see me, to touch me, to bed me. You are free of me.
I don't understand. Why are you giving me this? Am I not like fucking you good enough? Because I can always do better.
Blitz, I'm giving you this because
You're
I
giving
care
him so much anxiety.
very deeply for you.
Ooh.
I have for some time. But this transactional thing
That
we
was
have,
epic.
it's not right anymore. It hasn't been. It never was. And now, all I can see is how wrong it is to be so tethered to someone in such an unfair way. And not know how they feel. But I want you to continue to be who you are. Your business.
Oh, not this song.
You don't have to stay here with me. But I want you to. I want you to stay here with me because you want to. Only if you want to.
Oh.
Okay, all right, you're fucking with
No.
me. This is an interesting role play. I've done this one, but I can get into it. All right, how's
Oh,
it?
Blitz.
Oh, Stolas, I'll stay with you. I love you so much.
Thank you, Blitz.
That-
For awakening me. Or making me so happy. Even if only for a little while. I wish you the best with your business.
Wait, what? You were serious?
Stolas
Hold
just
on
took
now,
that
Stolas.
as his
What
answer?
the fuck?
I have my answer, please.
No, you don't!
You needn't say anything. I have wanted you for so long. The fact that you couldn't believe that I might have these feelings about you, that your first instinct is that it's always about sex.
That's enough to know what this is.
What? Fuck you, Stolas.
Oh, here we go.
You spring this feelings bullshit on me. Are you fucking kidding?
The
Can
word
I get
vomit.
a fucking minute to think after everything you put me through, you pompous, rich asshole? Treat me like one of your little butler imps? You can't just dismiss me like that. I mean, you royal fucks think you can do this every time. Like you can just play with our feelings because we're smaller and not as important. Well, I'm not letting you, bitch! Let's go!
Blitz.
Oh my god.
I think so very highly of you. I didn't realize you think so low of me. Goodbye, Blitz.
Stolas, wait!
Damn it.
Yeah?
What the...
You ended like that? You ended like that? Viv, you are mean. You are evil. What do you mean? There's not even a song at the end. It is just silent.
I don't even know what to think. What the heck? That was...
God damn it.
Oh, Blitz did exactly what he... Okay, and again, I just have to say, the writing on this is superb, okay? Just superb, because the fact... Oh my god, because there was no sound, and then there was the horse scared me for a second, okay? Spin the horse... Calm down. Spin the horse there. Okay, where even was I? Holy crap. Now that got my whole thing going on. Anyway, yeah, the writing is just superb because you okay, obviously Blitz blew the fuck up at the end there, okay? He was done, okay? And that was 10 times the magnification of what was at the end of Ozzy's. Okay, so everyone blew Ozzy's out of proportion of like, oh my gosh, Blitz was so hurtful, Blitz was like this, he was that, he was, whatever the case. That was 10 times more, which solidifies the idea that he was entirely holding back in Ozzy's. So everyone can just shut up about that. But even so, even that being said, like, Stolas' execution of what he was trying to do was not flawless, okay? Even after the immense time he had to plan, to practice, to figure out the best ways to word what he wants to Blitz in a way that Blitz is going to take to, and that he's not going to fill, the best thing that is going to keep Blitz from pulling a Blitz, okay? Can manage the situation, okay? And Stolas really didn't do that so much. I do get his point at the end of like, hey, I got my answer, because if you can't even take me seriously, then what more do we have to talk about? But he still should have been way more transparent about what really was going on. Okay, because definitely the way that he came off about it, especially in the beginning before he showed the crystal, definitely pulling on every bit of anxiety that like Blitz had built up through the night and that Blitz had, so still great on both ends, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so one-sided at this point, and it still wasn't.
No. I have to say that I didn't expect the crystal actually to be placed there on his arm that way. I was like, oh, that's actually an interesting idea.
It was actually really great. I did really like that. Honestly, that was just a really well done thing, because a lot of people had their speculations like, okay, the crystal's going to turn into a ring, it's going to turn into a piece of jewelry or something for Blitz, it's going to turn into a little horse. A lot of people theorized that. I mean, people thought the horse from Oops was going to be the Asmodean crystal. People were thinking that. And that that wasn't the case. So this is very interesting now, because Blitz now he has the crystal, but it seems very apparent that Stolas is like, no, he's like, he does. He's like, you don't have to have any association with me anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes going forward into Apology Tour, because we know they're both in the next episode, and I definitely think that is where they're gonna have their actual moment of clarity and moment of all right, this is it's I think they're finally going to work some of their stuff out in that episode. Is my guess.
Seeing this end, and then thinking about with Verosika, it actually lines up very, very nicely.
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts?
It would actually make a lot of sense that Blitz now, with this interaction from Stolas, and throughout the interaction, that he is just confused, doesn't take it serious, and then blows up that way, but still ends up almost in a heated confusion, as I would put it. It all aligns to my head of the next episode being with Verosika, that he was turning over in his head, and then he goes to her and has a talk with her, and ends up probably making some kind of reconnection with her, and maybe a bit effective to jump in front of Stolas and hey, maybe there's something we actually can talk about.
Yeah.
Or just having some kind of establishment of, maybe if not what we want, but just rearranging some assets. So. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I definitely think it could go that way. Now I don't want to talk too much. I'm not going to talk too much about spoilers or anything like that, but yeah, it will be interesting to see kind of how long the whole Asmodeus crystal lasts. If he just continues to keep it, if this is the new the new way of his travel, or if something is going to happen that he's the crystal isn't as good, or the crystal isn't, because I still feel like he could use the grimoire without it being a transactional thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that would go over better with Blitz, of hey, you still use the grimoire, but it's no longer having strings attached. I almost feel like that's kind of the way maybe Stolas should have approached it, or even saying, hey, would you want this? I don't. The whole time during the duet, during the song, Stolas is I'm going to give him this choice, type of thing. But then it almost didn't really feel like a choice at the end there, to be honest. It felt more of I'm giving you this, I'm letting you go, and he kind of posed it of if I want you to stay because you want to stay. But I don't know. It's he didn't even give Blitz a moment to kind of, like, I agree with the Blitz when he blew up of being like, can you give me like a moment to breathe? I really liked that line, honestly, because it felt very true to what was going on.
Part of me would say that this just really, I would still say that this very much fits in line from all the way back to Lululand, that tried to tell Via about the whole situation with her mother, and it's like, people would think that it would be such a simple thing, but he could not find the right words to express it.
Right.
Like, no matter how many times he tried, and like, even if he had practiced, he probably still wouldn't have been able to do it correctly. And it almost fits in line again here, where it's like, he could have rehearsed it. He probably played it out in his head. From someone that suffers from anxiety, like high anxiety from these kind of situations, I played scenarios like this in my head so many times when it's something super serious. And I'm like, no matter how many times I practice that, I will never get it right.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah. Where it's like, yeah, you have it perfect in your head, and then when you speak it, it's not it. Yeah, like when I said that about Stolas, you know, I didn't mean it in a way of like, that's his like wrongdoing. It literally just is what it is. And I give Stolas so much slack to begin with because he is so under like socialized. He is so under like you know, his social development is very, very, very behind, and so he isn't going to know the right way to approach certain things, and he isn't going to know even exactly what to say to Blitz that is going to kind of calm the waters, so to speak. You know, I'm sure once they actually do become official and get there, you know, he's going to get there. He's going to learn more and more about Blitz and know, you know, what he needs to do and say to kind of avoid the word vomit. But you know, it's just not that time yet, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if this has always been a thing, but I just caught it in this episode of putting the grimoire next to a book about pirates and a book about plants. I don't know if that's always been a thing, but I caught it here.
I don't know if it's always been the thing. I'd have to go back to like the circus. I think that would have been like the last place we would have seen it, like in a shelf.
Yes.
We would have seen it like on the shelf. But I do think they did it at least for this episode, because those are the two books from the circus, I believe, that when they were kids they were looking at. You know, he was like, this is my book about plants, and he's like talking about like everything, and Blitz is like, this is boring, and Stolas shows him the book of pirates. He's like, there's tons of books about pirates. You know, it's like, I do think those are the same two books. Or at least, you know, it's meant to, if they're not the exact same ones, they're meant to be an homage to that, I would imagine.
Yeah, just invoke it.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, the room they were in at the end was absolutely the chandelier room from
it was.
Circus, and the stark contrast on that is freaking giving me whiplash.
The contrast of just looking at the hallway, and every single picture of Stolas in the hallway, even with Via, is completely covered and just veiled. It's like, oh my god, why is it like that?
This is interesting to me. I noticed that too. I think it's interesting because, okay, this is the time the castle is purely his, right? Stella is gone. I almost forgot her name for a second. What that bitch's name? No. Stella is gone. Okay, so it's just him and Octavia. And their servants, right? So he has more delegation over how the castle looks. So it's very interesting to see what he immediately did with the castle after Stella's leaving. And I think it very much reminds me of Blitz's apartment, how he treats his pictures.
Yeah.
You know, he'd just be scribbling himself out, like nobody's gonna notice. Okay, like it's no big deal that he just, he just casually is like, I don't need to be here.
Yeah, honestly, it is very similar because the one that's veiled of him and Via as a baby, like, she's completely uncovered. Like, it's not completely covered. It is just the rest of it outside of her. And it's very much screaming much of the same quality of Blitz's photos, where it's just him that's edged out.
Right.
It's kind of the contrast of, like, Blitz scribbles him aggressively out of the situations, whereas Stolas is much more quaint and just like, I shadowed over it.
Just like a very pretty little veil. Just like la-di-da, you know. That's a very, you're right. That is a very interesting contrast there between the two. Yeah. So a lot of fun little details there. Just a couple last things before we kind of end the video here. I loved the sound direction for the fight at the end. Okay, the way they made Blitz's voice echo through the room, and the way they kind of made it be like very silent, type of thing, and also just Stolas like walking away from the situation, like walking away from the confrontation, like is very, like, I just really liked that a lot.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, and it really makes me want to know more of, like, where Blitz gets this, like, this reflex of defensive,ness of, like, let's go. Like that really surprised me at the end. He's like, let's go. Like, what are you wanting to happen? Like, are you wanting to fight this man? Are you wanting him to fight back? Like, are you wanting him to yell back at you? Like he's, like, itching for a fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, where do you get this? And it's like, I absolutely know that this is why his relationship with Vivziepop didn't work out. Because they both have that mentality. So every time they would fight, I bet it was just monumental fights, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's this, Stolas just kind of let him go. You know, he just kind of is like, you run out of steam. I'm not going to say... I'm not gonna, like, dish it back, you know, which is what Blitz is probably used to.
Yeah, I wonder if that does stem from some issues that would later transpire with maybe his dad. Like, after the Vivziepop accident, I wonder if things did get heated.
Right, or if he's just used to giving that energy if he wants to kind of quote-unquote win a fight with anybody. Like, you know, when he was a kid, when he would, you know, it's like no matter what situation he was in, when he was with Vivziepop, whatever, if he wanted to win, he had to be that aggressive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I feel like we should talk about is the Cherubs coming back.
Yeah, they definitely came back. Long overdue that they come back. But yeah, what is it? Just a thing that D.H.O.R.K just likes to hang out in alleyways? That they just are like, we're just gonna monitor every alleyway that comes through.
No, because, you know, it's like, hey, that's where the sketchy stuff happens. Like, if you're gonna catch anything, if you're gonna catch anyone doing anything sketchy, it's gonna be in an alleyway. You know. Like, it's a sound strategy to me. Like, I don't know.
I'm so sad that I didn't make the joke about, like, you see the Pope freaking army, and I'm just like, they all look the same. It's like, it can't be out of the realm that they cloned them. And then you see the pod, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't make the joke.
I mean, it was, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. what that's going to equate to, I can only imagine. Some people are probably going to be like, oh, the Cherubs didn't really do a whole lot in this episode, or D.H.O.R.K. didn't really do a whole lot in this episode. It's like, it's like kind of, it's like a kind of like non-threatening presence, I don't think they're meant to be super threatening, especially in this episode. Like, I don't think that was the goal with them in this episode, I wouldn't say.
Mm-hmm.
And they're definitely not done. They're still not done, okay? They came back, but they're still not done. So, we're gonna, see them again, and I'm sure they're gonna have another plan. They're probably gonna get that portal bigger, finally. They're probably gonna work on that. Maybe with the Cherubs, they'll use some angelic thing, or just, maybe they'll have some knowledge that they know how to, make the portal a better portal, a bigger portal, who knows. But they're definitely not done, so I don't know. It's like that was just round 2.
Yeah, like I'm very much of the mind of like, yeah, they're not done. It's not like they died like immediately and it's like, oh well, that was nothing. But it's I would say that this is just the reconnection of like, here's what the Cherubs are now doing. They're still stuck on Earth. Now they've interacted with D.H.O.R.K. Now you see D.H.O.R.K. has shitloads of funding. They have freaking fighter jets. They have an army of popes. They, are made this massive machine to make a portal. So obviously there's something bigger that's going to happen, that more than likely when they do get a much bigger portal going and then they have a frontal assault, then that's going to invoke some issues in hell of like, oh, maybe they find out that Stolas helped this imp, which caused this whole issue, and then that turns into a big problem.
Yes, and I definitely think that's the way it's leaning, because we definitely know that there is going to be some sort of trial at some given point, and it's seeming that that's going to be in season 3, probably starting off with that. So whatever happens in this later half of the season, I think is going to be like, okay, this is what gets them in trouble with hell, okay? And that's probably it's going to be like, okay, we've been found out by the human world. Someone has to be reprimanded for this, and it's like that's when everything is going to come up about the Grimoire and Blitz. Maybe the Asmodeus crystal is going to be the issue, actually. Maybe that's how he stops using it, because they can track, I'm sure the crystals can be tracked, and I'm sure that they can, they're like logged, and it's like, okay, now he's under the jurisdiction of Ozzy, okay? Love Ozzy, but I feel like, again, this is going to just trickle down, okay, the like authorities of hell, and it's going to kind of probably end bad. There's probably going to be a lot of people involved, a lot of people on trial. Stolas, Blitz, Ozzy, maybe Fizzarali, since he knows the situation. Maybe they even make him go on stand. They'll probably make Eminem go on the stand, be like, how long were you using the book, so it's definitely kind of all leading up to that. I definitely think that's what D.H.O.R.K. and now the Cherubs are like going to invoke.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, the Cherubs themselves is like, yeah, I want to predict that Colin is just gonna go one full 80 of like, no, this is not what we're supposed to do. We are Cherubs, damn it, and it's. He rebels against those two of like, he's too pure.
He is. He's amazing. I love him. I will always love him. He's amazing, and yeah, he definitely needs to kind of defect from them, and I think he will. I think it's kind of leading to that. They're gonna have some kind of ordeal between the three of them, I think. I don't exactly know what Colin will do, considering it's like, well, it's not like he's going to start to suddenly be on, like, IMP's side or anything like that. Maybe the perfect outcome is that he gets to go back to heaven, but the other two don't.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that it's more than likely that he is going to be like, no, this is stupid and wrong. We're just causing more issues on ourselves and proving them right of why we shouldn't be left back. And then they come out and it's like, yeah, you passed. Come back. You know, you good.
Yeah. The Viv deer just comes back. It's like, you can come home.
You can come home, my son. My little lamb.
Yes. Needs to be those exact wording too. Little lamb. Alright. Before this gets entirely unhinged, I'm gonna stop the video there. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Definitely leave your comments below of like what your favorite part of this episode was, what your favorite moment was, and any predictions going forward that you may have for the rest of the series here. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and see you guys next time.